In this episode, we are tearing down the Benda Chinchilla 300 engine. As for the prototype of this engine, it is a small 300 cubic centimeters Korean engine. Specifically, the one used in the Hyosung GV300S. I'm not too familiar with the GV300S, as its sales haven't been as high as the Chinchilla 300, nor has it garnered as much hype as the Chinchilla. Let's take a look at the clutch. The clutch is from SOHC Japan. The clutch plates are also from SOHC. Interestingly, this clutch hub is compatible with the Suzuki GSX250. Actually, I should say it's a direct replacement. Previously, and even now, for those Suzuki 250 triplets, GW/GSX/DL, upgrading to a slipper clutch could be done using the one from the Benda Greystone 300. In later Benda 300 models, the clutch switched to the Chongqing brand. That's the version with the slipper clutch. Now, look at the cylinder head structure. It's a SOHC, single overhead cam, for valve design. Both cylinder heads are identical. The rocker arms are roller rocker arms. You can refer to my previous teardown of the Hyosung GV300S engine. When compared side by side, they are identical. Even many of the internal components come from the same suppliers. Let's remove the cylinder and check the surface. There are 2 rust spots, but they won't affect performance. The cylinder seems to be in good condition. Let's look at the piston. Like the GV300S, it uses a piston with a graphene coating process. As for the piston brand, it's Tsufu piston from Shandong. The piston rings are from Riken, Japan, but manufactured in Xiamen, China. Now, let's look at the timing chain. The timing chain is from Jinjiira. Judging by the color, it should be a reinforced chain. Let's disassemble the other cylinder head. No need for a detailed intro, both sides are exactly the same. The exterior design of Benda bikes is top tier in China. The downside is the assembly and quality control are a bit lacking. However, based on the principle of looks are everything, Benda has indeed won over many aesthetic-driven riders. Benda's aesthetic design is definitely something other manufacturers should learn from. The designs of some other brands are hard to describe. The cylinder on this side is also fine. The piston shows very little wear. I think Benda's biggest rival is Jinjiira QJ motor. Whenever Benda releases a new model, Jinjiira follows up immediately. And Jinjiira's production capacity is much faster. Back then, because the Chinchilla was underproduced, the QJ motor Flash 300 took a huge bite out of their market share. They really lost out there, didn't they? The key is that the Flash 300 is also a solid engine. Also, I feel Jinjiira is always targeting Benda. For example, shortly after the Black Flag 500 was released, the Flash 600 came out, right? Now, look at this countershaft. The countershaft bolt is snapped off inside. Many bikes have this issue, including their Napoleons. We have to extract the broken stud. If we can't, we'll have to replace the countershaft. The front sprocket bolt snapped. The old Horizon bikes used to snap like this too. Why not just adopt the Suzuki style design? Or the Honda CRF 250 style? If you've watched this far, please give us a like. The bearings seem to be from CNU. CNU bearings are everywhere in domestic bikes. Even joint venture bikes use them. The main shaft bearings are from Riken, CNU. I can't see the other two. They're likely from one of these two brands. Either way, they aren't imported. Wait, look at this. What is this? Isn't this a toothpick? How did this end up in here? And there's another one inside. We need to figure out how these got in. From a human error standpoint, where could they have been inserted? At this location. Which is the bottom of the engine, the strainer would have blocked them. Even if they got past, they couldn't turn into here. If they came through the oil filter, they still couldn't have made this turn. After looking at it, there's only one way in. The oil pump had to be removed. And they were stuffed in through this opening. But to do that, you'd have to open the clutch cover, remove the clutch, and then remove the oil pump. So this is quite a mystery. The mileage isn't high. The owner said only the clutch plates were replaced before. Look, this is the crankshaft, it's from Gangyang. But their quality control really needs to improve. Look at these metal shavings. Left over from machining. If these fall into the oil passages, it's a disaster. And inside this hole, there's still aluminum debris from machining. However, Benda seems to have realized this. They are now working hard to improve quality control. And their automated production lines should be coming online soon. Automation can significantly reduce defect rates. The fact they're investing in automation shows they genuinely want to build better bikes. I'll take the countershaft to have the broken bolt removed. If it can't be removed, I'll have to replace it. Alright, no need to disassemble the crankshaft. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching.